Welcome to our introduction to the field service edition of Acumatica ERP. Today we'll be talking about a scenario where we sell and schedule the service of installation for that particular equipment that we're going to sell. So we're going to start out today. We are starting out on the Field Service Manager dashboard. This is one of many role-based dashboards that come with Acumatica. You can create as many as you need, but we're going to just start with the ones that come out of the box in this demo environment. So I'm going to get an email from a customer. They want a quote for a new AC unit. I just happen to have my handy dandy little Acumatica add-in for Outlook. So I recognize the CFO of this company that's been a good customer of ours for a long time. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new opportunity for this customer. And I'm going to click create opportunity, and it's going to go out and create the next opportunity here in Acumatica. Now back in our sales department, they're going to see on the sales side of things, they're going to see that there is, and I update this KPI, that there's a new unassigned opportunity with today's date with that number. So I'm going to pull up that opportunity. And I'm going to reply quickly to the customer just so that they know that we've gotten their email and that we're working on it. So I'm going to say reply. I'm going to CC the rest of the sales team as well. And I'm going to say we got your email and are working up the quote. I'll send that. And we will also assign this to our expert, Maxwell Baker, so that he is responsible for putting together the document details on that appointment. I'm going to quickly process all our emails. So that email gets sent out. That could be a scheduled process with our scheduler, as are all processes within Acumatica. And then I'm going to go and log into my phone as Maxwell Baker. So I'm coming in to my phone, put my thumbprint on, and logging in. And I go to my opportunities, and I can see that opportunity 415 is there. And I'm going to take this off of manual, and I'm going to add my document details here. So I sell a lot of this particular AC unit. I know that this is the one we want, so I'm going to go ahead and select that. And then I am going to save it, and I'm going to add another line for the install services. So I'll do a search on install AC, quantity 1, and we'll save that. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the activities on the emails, and I'm going to reply all. And I'm just going to type in here doc details updated, ready for quote. To be sent. Save that, and close that. All right, and then he can get back to what he wants to do. So he's going to sign out. Oops, sign out. Close them. All right, so back in our sales operations, we're going to go to our open opportunities. We're going to pull up that particular opportunity. And we can see that the document details now are reflected on this particular opportunity. That all looks good. So we're going to create the quote now, quickly and easily. If there was workflow associated with this quote, submitting the quote, we'll send it through workflow first. But if not, then it'll just go immediately to prepare it, and we can send out either directly email with the send quote option, or we could print it first if we want to take a look at it. And we can always email it from within the display of the printed quote. So this is what's going to get sent. We'll send that to Michael. We'll also include sales at ICANN software, just so we have everybody's on it there. I can say we can schedule later today if you are able to respond quickly with an approval to proceed. All right, so we're going to send that, and we'll close out of that. I'm going to go back and push out the emails rather than waiting for a scheduler. We'll just process all. Close that. Our customer has received this email and is excited because we've responded so quickly to him. And he's going to take a quick look at the quote. Looks reasonable. Page down, look at the total. Yep, we can afford that. He actually can use some of the functionality here that Outlook has to not even have to type anything. And that will go out to everyone. All right. And so I happen to be working in Outlook. I noticed that his response has come back in. I see that he wants to proceed, which is great. And I want to get my Acumatica open here. So I'm going to log this to the opportunity. So to do that, I just check opportunity and I select, I know it's 4:15. I'm going to create this activity record to save that email that he had. And now when we go back to our opportunity, we are now going to be able to proceed because we've got that document. We've got the email from him captured in there. We can close this as one based on a relationship, and the status is now one. And now I can create my sales order. And I'm selecting the SF sales order field service type. We're going to mark that the installation requires appointment. So we're going to check that box and save this sales order. Now the next step we need to do is we need to create the shipment and confirm that shipment. So we're going to go ahead and go create shipment. You can see that the serial number is being assigned automatically. The shipping settings, we're going to change this from, rather than a FedEx type of shipment, we're just going to do our own shipping with our own truck. So we're just going to save this and confirm the shipment. And I want to go to sales orders at this point. And we're going to select this shipment that we, this sales order that we just shipped. And from the action pane, we're going to be able to create the service order for the installation line. So I'll create that service order. It's going to be an installation service type. So we'll select that as installation. And we'll click OK. We'll save that. I also want to create an appointment. So I'm just going to schedule an appointment. I'm just going to save and close it right now because I haven't assigned it yet, and I'll do that from the calendar board to show you the ease of which you can create those. But for right now, the other thing we want to do is we want to go back to the shipment. Now that we've created the service order for it, we want to pull up that shipment. And we want to prepare the invoice for that. Now we could generate this, we could generate an email, so we could send an email invoice for that as well before we send it. And we could have sent that on the shipment confirmation and the sales order confirmation as well. There's steps there, actions that we can manually email or schedule automation to send out emails for those documents. We can also schedule automation for posting or releasing the invoice as well. In this case, I'm just going to release it manually. And at that point, we now will go to the calendar board. So we're going to go down to our services, go to our calendar board. And we'll see that there's an unassigned appointment for Alta Ace that we need to get scheduled for later today. And I'm just going to move this one farther up. Never mind. And we're going to schedule this for this time. So we're going to change this scheduled date time to 4 p.m. Gives us a little time to get on site. And we're going to save and close that. And it generated it at the wrong point in time. So we'll just put this here. Actually, I'm going to make that a little bit later. So we'll put that down at 5 p.m. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to our phone app again. So I'll open up Acumatica. I'll log back in as Maxwell Baker. And what I'm going to do is look for appointments today. And I'm going to look at the new appointment that I have. I'll start my travel. And then I'll go and I'll pull up the location where I'm traveling. I might set up the directions and start traveling along with that. You'll notice that it has started a time log for my travel time. So it's capturing my travel time here. And if we look at the details, we'll see that there's a labor travel line now accruing there as well. So on this particular thing, I want to make sure that it's not billing there. And that looks good. I'm going to go ahead and save that and continue traveling. So I'm traveling along. We're going to go ahead and pause the presentation. All right, our phone app, we're logged in on our phone again. We've just about arrived. It is about a 10-minute drive, and Maxwell Baker has gotten on site. So he's gonna go ahead and complete his travel. And you'll notice that the installation has started, has a process of, or a status of in process now for tracking the time associated with the detail on that particular line. So we can now go into the installation, and we might write some notes and do the work, and then we're going to installed and tested the AC unit. Oops, I can type. All right, and we might take a picture of the equipment. And associate that with the line item of the appointment. And at some point, we are going to say we're completed on the line item level. Now, there's some other things that we might want to do. If we had any receipts, if we had to run out to grab some extra parts at a store, and we want to put those receipts onto the appointment, we could go ahead and take a picture of that receipt. With the document recognition capabilities with Acumatica now, we could take a picture and have it populate all of these fields on the expense receipt from the receipt, and then fill in the rest as necessary. In this case, I don't have a receipt, so I'm just going to quit out of that, but that might be something else that he would do with the phone application. Another thing you might do is get a signature from the customer. So the first thing you would do probably would be to fill out or pull up this document, show what was accomplished, let her take a look or him take a look at that report, and then ask for a signature signing off saying that the work has been completed satisfactorily. So we'll go ahead and pretend like we're a customer signing in on that report. And you'll notice if we preview the report again, that the signature that was captured there is actually captured onto the screen, onto the report document as well. So we've got evidence of customer acceptance associated with the work that we've done. And at this point, we can complete that appointment. And the other thing we can do is we can close that appointment so that it can be picked up for, if there was time and expenses associated with it. A closed appointment might be one of the ways that we want to pick up and bill for work. Say this was repair work after the fact associated with the equipment. But in this case, we're just doing a fixed fee installation, so there's no need for that. So we'll just check that. Looks like we've got all of our log is all completed. We close out of that appointment and the appointment is closed. If I minimize that and if we refresh, you'll notice right now it's green because it has been scheduled and confirmed. When we refresh the screen, it's going to change color to indicate that the status has changed. So a closed appointment is going to be a gray color now. So your dispatch staff can quickly and easily identify based on color coding which types of which statuses of appointments. So they can quickly and easily tell that this is a closed appointment that's been completed. Whereas green would be ones that were still in process or ready to be in process. All right, so we've accomplished the process of creating the sale order and the service order. We've invoiced our customer. Our technician has tracked his time against the appointment, and at this point, we want to look at equipment and create equipment for sold items. So we're going to come into this screen here. We're going to see that there is a equipment sitting there waiting, ready to be processed. Again, this could be something that's scheduled to happen automatically every day. We're going to just process it, force the processing here to create that new equipment item. And if we go and we look in the equipment listings now, we'll have a record here if we sort this descending. And we'll have this new equipment number associated with that customer in that location. So we can see that that equipment came from this original sales order and this invoice. We drill back on that sales order. We'll be able to see the sales order that it originated from. If there's any questions on it, we have that drilled back. And we can drill back down to the shipment level as well. And we can see the lot serial number associated with that particular shipment on that particular sales order. I believe that it may be a bug that it is not displaying it in the model serial number field here. Paul, if you're reviewing this, this is what I was talking about in the email I sent to you. It doesn't appear to be populating the serial number on the general info for that equipment. If we had to schedule something associated with this equipment on the calendar board, we can do that from here. Say if we're doing repair of some sort on this particular thing. The other thing that we can do is schedule preventative maintenance on a recurring basis. So we can start a new service contract for this particular customer. I'll select Alta Ace, and we'll go ahead and generate on the schedule with a service order, and we're going to add a schedule for that. And this particular schedule is going to be a maintenance service order, maintenance, repair, and operations type of service order type. And we're going to add in, first of all, we're going to make this monthly. And on the first day of the month. And we're going to add in, oops, wrong thing, sorry. a service template. So we can set up templates that then will have everything we need to do. So in this case, we've set up a template for air conditioning maintenance. We can look up the equipment number and pull up that particular equipment. And we can then save that. And we now have that set up to generate service orders automatically with the processing within Acumatica for those monthly service contract maintenance. At this point, we're going to conclude our introduction to Field Service Edition from Acumatica. I'm David Eichner with ICANN Software Solutions. Thank you for your time and attention.